Even in our adulthood, we all yearn for those good old Disney days to come back to our screens. Well, good news for you, as today we'll be talking about all of your favorite childhood Disney shows that might be getting a reboot. Kim Possible, a high school teenager who's also a spy. How many times do we get to see a show like that? Believe it or not, but this era of Disney was the best. Kim Possible was the coolest show ever, and way too far ahead of its time. In this day and age, where so many girls lack self-esteem, a show of this sort, where a teenage girl is the hero, is something that everyone needs to see right now. So it probably won't be a bad idea for Disney to get back on working on it. And with other shows like That's So Raven getting a reboot on Disney+, many are speculating that iconic shows like this one right here might get on our screens very soon too. Maybe this time Kim is all grown up and has a daughter who is looking up to her mom. Who knows what might work, but even this isn't a bad idea at all. Disney Plus made a live-action film of this show, and, well, things didn't go as expected, as no one really liked that version of this evergreen show. Many feel that Disney Plus decided to make a film out of it to first test whether or not a reboot of the show would make waves or not, and by the looks of it, it most definitely will. The film got many bad reviews, and based on that, it seems as if another animated version will be soon in the works to make up for this mistake. Fans even thought that Disney Plus should have never gone for the film in the first place, as it has ruined a lot of things for the original show. Good luck, Charlie. Maybe now Teddy can make videos for an all-grown-up Charlie. Every kid around the block basically grew up watching this show, and even though Teddy was making videos for her little sis Charlie, neither she nor anyone had any idea how much it would help us too, right? Disney Plus is already on a bandwagon of introducing some new shows, plus bringing back some old ones, and with Good Luck Charlie, they might also do the same. The number one reason why Good Luck Charlie might be getting a reboot soon is because of the show's format. It is most definitely one of a kind, and it can be easily updated according to this time and age. Good Luck Charlie has huge potential, and there's a lot that can be brought out of it for the audience. There have been many speculations about a reboot of this one, and fans are eagerly awaiting for the final announcement. Also, in some interviews, many of the original cast members have agreed to be a part of the reboot if it ever gets offered to them. So for now, fingers crossed. In real life, Charlie is all grown up, so it will definitely be fun to watch a reboot of this show with all the original cast members. SONNY with a chance. Closures are important, and this show definitely made us learn that from a young age. If there's one show that didn't give fans much closure, then it's got to be this one. SONNY with a Chance ended quite abruptly, and even though it has been years since it ended, many fans still hope to get a reboot of this show. SONNY with a Chance was one of a kind and had all the elements of what a good show really looks like. It had a good storyline, an amazing cast, and really fun episodes to watch. There are so many questions that are left unanswered by everyone who is a part of this show, and only a reboot can solve that. When the show ended the way it did, many were confused as there wasn't any proper ending, leaving many out there devastated. So who knows? Maybe Disney has heard our plea and is actually cooking up something for us. Based on the current situation of Disney Plus bringing back some of our favorites, a reboot of SONNY with a Chance is a huge possibility. Wizards of Waverly Place. We know how much Selena Gomez is doing well in her career, and also that she may not have time at the moment to get back to her Disney days. But there's been some news about a possible reboot, and many fans have even speculated a good storyline for it. The Wizards of Waverly Place did us good and made our childhoods even more amazing. So maybe Disney Plus might think of doing a reboot of this iconic show to let the kids these days know that no show can ever beat the awesomeness of these ones right here. Selena Gomez will obviously not be part of it as a regular cast member, but she sure can make some guest appearances. And let's just pray that Disney Plus has done some thinking for it and is planning to bring this generation of kids some justice by making a reboot of this one iconic show. LIZZIE McGuire. Can Disney and Hillary settle their differences already, fans were absolutely ecstatic when Disney announced that Lizzie McGuire is getting a reboot on Disney Plus soon, and the new show will be focusing on the life of a 30-year-old Lizzie McGuire living in New York, trying to balance out her professional and personal life. But all hell broke loose when Hilary Duff and Disney just couldn't decide on what things to portray. On one hand, Disney wanted the show to be PG-13, but Hilary Duff wanted the show to be as realistic as possible because her previous Lizzie McGuire show was relatable to the younger audience, which means that this one had to be relatable to everyone in their late 20s and early 30s. The two couldn't come to an agreement, and everything collapsed. But that doesn't mean that fans are not hoping for the show to not get a reboot. Trust us, the world needs to see why there is so much hype behind Lizzie McGuire, and only a reboot can make people get that. Everything was decided for the reboot of the show, even the sets and the original cast members had signed off the contracts, but the timing wasn't right. But many speculate that things will eventually work out, because if Disney Plus is planning to make remakes of some old shows, then the channel won't work off from this theme if the iconic Lizzie McGuire doesn't get a reboot as well. The replacements. We all needed those phones to make replacements growing up. This show is one of the classics, and Disney absolutely nailed it with this. Every single kid watched this growing up, and if other shows are getting a reboot on Disney Plus, then this one shouldn't be left behind. There's been some news about a reboot for this one, and if it gets back on our TV screens, then many adults around you would be watching it more than the kids. PHINEAS and FERB. Everyone wanted to live their summer break as these two did. PHINEAS and FERB might be the best show ever after The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and while the other one can't get a reboot as whatever could have gotten out of it is already out, PHINEAS and FERB should definitely get a reboot. And it looks as if the Disney gods have heard our prayers, as a series of PHINEAS and FERB is in the works and will get on our screens very soon. In the show, the boys spent their summer break by coming up with some fun thing or inventing something magnificent. And in this age of technology, imagine what more they could come up with. PHINEAS and FERB was just the show that we needed to watch every day, and kids these days should get to know what real fun shows actually look like. And let's face it, we all miss Candace too. So now with the reboot that we might be getting very soon, all our nostalgic moments will be over. Jessie. New York City for sure looks fun to live in after what Jessie showed us in all those years. Even though this one ended on a very good note and isn't even that old, so many things have changed since then, including the death of Cameron Boyce, that fans feel like a reboot of the show would properly honor his legacy. Jessie was one amazing show to watch, and every twist on it was a hit among fans. Every cast member has moved on since then, but a reboot might not be a bad idea after all. Disney Plus has given many hints about a reboot for each one of these shows that we've mentioned in this video, so let's see what happens next. It'll be exciting to see what life brought for Jessie and the kids after the show ended. It will be only fair if Disney decides to get these shows back on Disney Plus, as other shows are getting their deserving reboots. That's it for today's video. We'll see you in the next one.